welcome to Merely Roleplayers, where theatrical people play role-playing games. I'm Matt, I'm setting the scene this season, and in a few minutes I'll introduce our 4 players, who'll be bringing the drama. It's the start of a new season here at Merely Roleplayers. Every season we do is a self-contained story in a different genre, because we don't want to force you to listen to the whole back catalogue if you've just discovered the programme. We do actually break tradition a bit in this one and make a couple of references to Season 1, but I promise you don't have to have listened to that to get into what's going on here. If this is the first time you're joining us, welcome aboard. We're all members or associates of Blackshaw, a theatre company based in South London. We improvise stories around the table, with one person setting the scene and the others role-playing versions of themselves asking, what would I do in this situation? When there's a chance of a plot-propelling failure, we roll dice to see if one happens. The rules of our game are powered by the Apocalypse, meaning that they're based on the system designed for Apocalypse World by Vincent Baker and Meg A. Baker. If you found us through the Kickstarter for Impulse Drive, the game we were playing for our most recent season, thanks for sticking around. We've gone for a hard swerve in genre between seasons, from space opera to talent contest. So keep listening because, trust me, it may not be the fate of all reality at stake this time, but you'll have to listen to believe the level of drama we can bring to it anyway. It was an unseasonably hot day when we recorded this season, so we had to keep a window open or we'd all have collapsed from heat stroke before we made it to regionals. So there are a few points in the season where we've picked up some engine noise that I haven't been able to clean off. I hope it won't be too distracting now you know it's coming. Now, this performance is being live streamed to cinemas, so everyone in the audience please do react as directed by the production assistants. Upstaged, Act 1, will begin after this message from some friends of ours. They're just getting started, but I've got a feeling they're going to be stars.
Have you heard about Voices at Play? Well, picture this. There's a table, and at that table, there are 16 people, but they're all different from one another. It looks like they're playing a game, but it's not one you've ever heard of. Have I piqued your interest? Voices at Play is an actual play tabletop roleplay podcast featuring marginalized people playing games designed by marginalized creators. You can find out more on ttrpg-voices.com. Voices at Play, making space at the table for everyone.
Let's begin. Here we all are around the table. It's me, Matt, and who do we have? Let's start with returning player Ellie.
Hello, I'm Ellie, returning player Ellie.
Ellie, tell us what your starting motivation in this story is, and tell us a little bit about what your role in the theatre company is going to be.
My starting motivation is artistry, or artistry. And my role is going to be director or director.
I appreciate that you're giving us multiple pronunciations. We'll see which one we end up settling on.
Sure.
Keeping going around the table. Ellen.
Hello, I'm Ellen.
Yes, first time on Merely Roleplayers. How are you feeling?
I'm an excited and nervous little noob.
Yep. We've all been there. We've all started this way.
Sweaty palms.
And what is your main motivation and what is your role in the theatre company?
My main motivation is joy. I just want to have a really good time. So I'm feeling that way, yep. And my role in the theatre company is like prop maker and mimic. Everyone needs a mimic. I'll make anything that's necessary for whatever act we come up with.
You know, fabricating items and also fabricating
hats?
People through your mimicry.
Totally.
Multiple hats.
Multiple hats.
Strat, hello.
Hello, Matt.
You're back after being in space.
Yeah.
Bringing you crashing back down to Earth.
Indeed.
Tell us what your main motivation and role in the company are going to be.
My main motivation is victory. I'm here to win at any cost.
Ooh, you've added the at any cost.
Any cost.
That escalated fast.
And my role in the company will be I could build set, I could be in stuff, or I could write stuff. It really depends what performance we decide to give.
I think
Right to the dance.
I mean, whatever happens when you're a writer. So your headline could be writer and your subheading is the other things.
We're all theatrical polymaths here.
Exactly.
Totes.
We'll just all be dramaturgs. There we go. It's a good catch-all.
Yes,
Never
the
understood.
meaningless term.
Yes.
No one actually on stage, but everyone doing a lot of research.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of nodding.
Yes.
So many notes.
Nat, hello.
Hi, Matt.
So we have a slight behind-the-scenes recording paradox where this will be the first time anybody's heard you in a season of Merely Role Players, but you have actually recorded with us before.
Secret spoilers.
Secrets! So expect to hear more of Nat in the future, but for now, tell us what is your motivation and what is your role in the company?
I am probably going to be more of an onstage presence. I am an actor. But as with everyone else, I'm always happy to chip in with making stuff. I also do a bit of sword swinging in real life. So any stunt-based, combat-based kind of things, that's kind of in my oeuvre. And my motivation is company. I want everyone to get on and have a good time.
I mean, Blackshaw's done performances with voiceover before as well, so we can bring that in even.
Yeah. Any announcements or that kind of thing? Yeah, I'm here for you.
Wonderful. Okay. Is everybody ready to play?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So ready.
You are Blackshaw, a small London theatre company with ties to a particular down on its luck West End theatre, the Ariadne. The Ariadne has a bit of a reputation that means that theatre companies don't tend to want to book it out. So it's a bit down on its luck with the budget. And what has been keeping it afloat is that the local schools use it to put on all of their productions. But funding for school productions in the area is being slashed. How can you possibly save the kids' theatre programmes and the Ariadne Theatre? So the Ariadne Theatre is tucked away down a little alley in the London's West End. It's a good location, but it's a bit off the beaten track. It's in a slightly gloomy courtyard. It has a slightly sinister aspect. But the inside is nicely kitted out, classic proscenium arch West End theatre. Where are you when this scene takes place?
I'm going to be fixing the trapdoor.
Nice.
Been having some troubles with it. I'm so on stage with a hammer. You fix everything with a hammer.
Yep.
I was thinking screwdrivers might be more relevant, but hammer's fine.
No, this is a particular tricky shut door. I've tried screwdrivers. Didn't respond.
Stubborn.
Yeah. Just beating it into submission at this point.
I think I'm joining in the renovations and I'm giving the stage a re-wax or a repaint depending on its finish.
Nice.
What is it? Is it floorboards or
I don't know. What is it?
Yeah, it's boards.
boards?
Yep.
Okay, I'm re-varnishing the boards.
Careful you don't do that thing where you varnish yourself into a corner and then you're trapped
Rookie error.
forever.
What you got to do is varnish yourself towards the trapdoor, and then I can let it.
Okay, sorted. Don't fix it too quick.
I'm in the theatre just sitting on the front row making production notes stuff. I've got a big old notebook and a lovely pen. Having the time of my life.
I would say if we're not... Are we working on a specific performance right now?
I think you're probably just like helping out. It sounds like if you're just doing kind of renovations for the thing, then maybe it's coming up to the season where the school's productions are about to start,
Okay.
and you're making sure that everything's shipshape for those to take place.
Okay, in which case my notes are about a dress rehearsal that I saw recently.
I'm probably just trying to be helpful in whatever way. I think I've just come in with teas for everyone.
Nice.
And I think we're waiting for the theatre manager to appear because we have an appointment.
So while you're all working away, the theatre manager, Tess, approaches. She is a sort of a very straight-backed, steely grey-haired, Helen Mirren type looking person.
Sexy.
Yeah, I was thinking sexy is the first thing that came to my head.
She has a small scar on her temple, and she approaches, and she's got her arms full of folders.
Say cats.
Multiple cats. Wearing multiple hats.
I love how everyone's on the same wavelength already.
You held your arms in a certain way that said cat.
Yeah. I either said cat or baby, but
Arms full of baby.
It was definitely cradling, wasn't it? Either way.
She loves the folders.
Yeah. Loads of 3-ring binders, sort of balancing them. And she flips the seat next to you, Ellie, down with one foot and dumps the binders on them and sits down in the one next to that.
I hope she's layered them so that they interlock and not all facing the same way, because they would just slide straight onto the floor.
Who do you think she is? And she sits down and she says, Ellie, I'm not going to lie, we've got problems.
Is it your head again?
No, my head's feeling fine, thank you very much.
Good.
But I've been looking at the numbers, and I've got to be honest, if the council cuts the school's programme to the level that they announced that they would, then we're going to go under. We can't survive without that programme.
Oh God!
All this good work that you've done for us is going to be for nothing if these cuts happen and we lose that.
Well, that's terrible. What can we do to help? Everyone, gather round.
What is it, Ellie?
I've painted myself into a corner. Hang on. Coming out the trapdoor.
Flipping the switch. Trapdoor works.
Good, we're all gathered.
Yeah.
Tess was just saying that she's looked at the books, and due to the cuts that the local council are making to the schools programme, the loss of income for the theatre is going to mean that the theatre can't stay open. The Ariadne's going to close.
No.
what? This is terrible.
I know.
What cuts?
Yeah, how much are they cutting?
Everything. The whole school's programme. I've tried to talk Derek at the council out of it, but he won't be
Derek.
moved.
Derek.
It's almost like it's an emotional issue for him.
How odd.
But what are the children going to do?
Not acting.
Sorry, I'm going to, because she wants me to say it. Won't somebody please think of the children?
Bravo.
Thank you.
Not even 10 minutes in.
I suppose they'll just have to put on improvised amateur shows in the playground.
Oh, God.
No!
The poor things.
My sense of artistry is wounded.
They're going to be so bullied.
I was bullied. I won't let it happen.
This is very triggering for Strat.
Not again.
I'm at a loss. I don't know what we can do.
You are literally at a loss.
Yes, look at all these red numbers in the ledgers.
They're the bad ones. That's why they're in red. Okay, what can we do? Crowdfunding is not new anymore, and no one wants to do that. So
A raffle?
A Kickstarter.
A raffle?
Crowdfunding would take too long.
A raffle?
And we'd have to get a raffle approved by the council.
they're never going to agree to that.
And we don't have anything to offer up as prizes.
That's true.
We have a lot of hats.
Do hat raffle?
If only there was some way to monetize the talents we have.
The radio has been on over the tannoy. It's been playing Magic FM.
Of course.
Because that's such motivational DIY music.
Smooth. And there's an advert break. Qualifying's now open for the national televised theatre competition, Upstaged. There's a grand prize for one lucky theatre company, one talented theatre company who can beat our judges to go on a national tour and also win. And it names a sum of money that coincidentally matches the big red number at the bottom of the ledger you're looking at.
What, so if we won, we'd break even.
Guys, I've just Googled it, and that number correlates perfectly with the council funding that's going to be cut.
What?
I know!
I love that in an ideal world, surely it would be a bit more than that so that the theatre could run at a surplus, but no.
She's put a big red number at the bottom of the ledger that is like, this is our target number, this is what we need.
Okay.
The red target
This is
number.
the real world. You're never in surplus in the theatre.
You're always on the brink of closure.
So that's not the save it number, that's the sustainability number.
Oh yes, good way of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
What, those dulcet northern tones? Yes, I did.
Guys, I've always wanted to win a nationally televised theatre competition. I don't know about you, but saving a theatre and winning a competition.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Are we
all
going
over
to do
this.
this?
If we do it, we're going to have to make sure that what we put in is actually really good.
That doesn't matter. It just sounds really fun.
It does matter because we've got to win, and it's got to be good to win. We can't put on any old rubbish. I hear Fabian Fitzgerald is one of the judges on this show, and he won't put up with any of that shit.
You heard that from that advert that didn't mention him when we've never heard about this competition before.
Oh,
That's amazing.
I've read about it before. I just forgot all about it.
That's helpful.
I mean, it's been on the radio while I've been hammering away there, but I just never really thought there was any use.
No, but now
there is.
Now we need the money.
Yeah.
Yes.
You lot, this is mad. You're talking about a 1 in a million chance.
Do you think there'll be that many people entering?
I think if we all rally together and work together, we can do this, guys.
I wish you could see Nat's face. So, Ernest, well, look, if we can properly make a go of this, I think it could be a way out of the destruction of the Ariadne.
Yeah.
We could win this thing. Think of it. Our name in lights. This place saved. A trophy.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? Even if we don't win, it'll be really fun.
Yes, Ellen.
So fun.
Well, Tess, what do you think?
Sounds like it's our only option.
That's super reassuring and supportive. Thank you.
You really do this for us? For the kids?
Yes.
For the theatre?
Yes.
Our
and
relationship
also
has
for us.
developed such that, yes, we would do anything for you now.
Yes, we hold a lot of guilt. Don't know why, but we have a lot of guilt around you.
Glad that you're going to convert that into some damn good art.
Yes.
And money.
And scene. This is wonderful. I love the tone that we're getting already.
I'm glad you went the radio route, because in my head when you said it was going to come into it somehow, I had this picture of a Dickensian child with a newspaper. And I don't think I would have been able to hold it together.
I thought that there was going to be a flyer floats down from the ceiling.
The first round of Upstaged is a...
Do you have to say it like that every time?
We'll see. We'll see how
I like it, but it looks like a lot of effort and slightly painful. So
We'll see how long I can stick with it.
sure.
The first round is like an open qualifier, so anybody can submit a performance, can get involved. It's like an open audition kind of thing, and it's divided locally. So this is the local round. So this
Regionals.
Regionals comes next.
Oh, so this is locals.
Locals, regionals, nationals.
Okay.
So for the local round, there is, I guess, like a hall or a convention centre of some description where all of the theatre companies who are putting themselves together, who are putting themselves forward, are gathered. Where do you think this is? Do you want to kind of set the scene a little
Dusty
bit?
Church Hall.
Yes. Sound.
Is this televised too?
Bits of it probably will be, yeah.
The really crap people. This is where they get the crap people on,
Yeah,
right?
I think there's like roving camera people.
Just a teenager with an iPhone.
Oh yeah, found footage and user-generated content. That's all very big.
The production quality of this nationally televised
Hey.
competition is great.
It's going to be on BBC Three.
Ooh, a channel that's now only online.
Nice.
Can we call that televised?
I can still watch it on my television.
That's true.
What is television these days, anyway?
I mean, technically, we can now watch anything on our television.
Yeah.
Right, so you gather in this dusty church hall. There are other groups of people gathered, sort of standing around in little knots of people, talking amongst themselves, getting ready, waiting for the host to come out. One of these companies is your particular rival. Ooh. Like all of these companies are part of this round, but there's going to be one company that's like, you're not really competing with everyone else, you're competing with this company. So let's find out about them. Let's start with you, Ellie.
Hello.
Your motivation is artistry.
Yeah.
Roll a dice for me, please. Just
the one?
Yes.
6. This isn't one of those ones where it matters what highness it is, isn't it? I've just wasted a 6 roll.
I read it was 9.
You've collaborated with one member of this company before. Who are they and what did you collaborate on?
Okay, I really had to temper myself then, so I was just going to name real people. Bertie Rogers.
Bertie Rogers.
Yeah.
What's Bertie like to collaborate with?
He looks like he really knows what he's doing. He's super arty. He's a bit flamboyant, but he's also incredibly lazy and disorganised.
Okay.
I wonder why I don't like him.
All right. And what did you collaborate with him on?
A promenade performance of a two-hander multi-character show
Yeah.
that Strat wrote.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So Strat, you've collaborated with this character before as well.
His name is Bertie.
Bertie Rogers. Great. Ellen, your
Okay.
motivation is joy. Can you roll dice for me, please?
1.
You know that this rival company does a particular thing as like a celebration or to unwind after a performance.
Okay.
What is that?
Adventure golf.
Oh my god, that's amazing! Why aren't we friends with them?
Because they
love
keep
adventure
feeding
golf.
us at adventure golf.
Do you like adventure golf in
But
real
they
life?
cheat.
Ooh.
They allow cheating within them. They don't like organised fun.
Oh,
No.
that's not how you
I
play
think we've
adventure
tried
golf.
to play with them once. And they allowed cheating in the ranks.
They wear like Macs with like spare golf balls.
Oh, yeah.
inside that they
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like toss
Yeah.
out.
And it's like they feel like it's not a proper post-show celebration if they can't just play it their way.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
How many adventure golf places are they banned from across London?
Strat, you're motivated by victory.
I am.
Roll a dice, please.
I can.
You've been in a competition situation with this company before, and they beat you. What did they do to outdo you in this previous situation?
I think they have the money, they have the funding. What they did wasn't necessarily better artistically, but because they could put all the money into it and all have the fancy bells and whistles and everything, people were kind of blinded by that and didn't bother to actually look at the artistic merit of the piece.
Gimmicky.
Yeah, they don't need the money from this competition. Why are they even in it? They've won so many crazy golf competitions.
Golf sharks.
Yes, that's what they are. A lot of them.
All right, and Nat, with your motivation of company, roll a dice.
2.
What binds them together that they all have in common?
I think they have a weird fixation with they all wear, you know how some people just kind of wear the same jacket because they feel entitled, and they've got this real squad vibe going on, but they're all really slick and they're wearing the same bomber jacket, and they've probably got nicknames that are embroidered on it.
It was the first thing that they put in their budget when they put together the company. They're like, we need to make sure we've got budget for matching theatre company jackets.
Oh man.
Yes. It's not just like a hoodie you get.
It's not practical.
No, it's like
We were 4 years into Blackshaw before we got polo shirts with the logo on. And they were not individualised with nicknames.
Yeah.
As this group of individuals, led by Bertie Rogers, wearing their matching jackets, approach all of you in the Dusty Church Hall, what is written on the jackets? What is the name of this theatre company? I have prompts if you want them, but does anybody want to throw something out, given what we now know about them?
Crackshaw. That was what we always joked was the evil alter ego of Blackshaw.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Whenever anyone made a blunder, we'd be like, ooh, Crackshaw.
I quite like sick business.
Oh, yeah.
Business is spelled B-I-Z.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sick business. I'm sorry. I'm
even say
so
it with
white.
straight face.
That would be quite good as a dance troupe name.
Yeah. Is there some kind of golfy thing? Is there something eagles or
birdie? Yeah.
birdies?
I don't know golf, that's it.
Tea birdies.
If, by the way, we're naming accidentally theatre companies that actually exist, my apologies.
Yeah, I tried not to. They've got a flamboyant but lazy leading man. They cheat at adventure golf to unwind. They're well funded, their performances are gimmicky, and they wear matching jackets.
What about mind blown?
Oh.
Kind of works.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all one
It's
word.
going to. I was going to say it was mind :
Blown.
blown.
Yes.
Colon blown. Right.
Blown the colon.
Oh, Grandma.
Sorry, dear.
Maybe that's what we call them, the blown coat.
Yes.
Behind their back.
You know what? Their jackets have mind on the left lapel, blown on the right lapel, so that when you zip it up.
Is there a colon that is only complete when you zip it
The
up?
zipper pull is the colon.
Oh, that's horrible.
And they approach, and Bertie's like, Ellie, I can't believe you're throwing your hat in the ring for this as well.
Hello, Bertie.
It's been so long. What was it called that we even did? Oh, I can't even remember. But it was wonderful. We had such great times.
Such great times.
Yes. Hello, Bertie.
Hi, Bertie.
So why are you all getting into this? You know, we're going to take our latest production national. Obviously, if we win, we're going to do the national tour, get our names out there, make Mind Blown the theatre company on everybody's lips. What's in it for all of you?
I don't really want to give anything away, so I'm just going to be like, yeah, I mean, us too. Big motivating factor, obviously.
Oh, well, you know, only one company can win it, so...
That's how it works.
That's the competition.
Such a shame.
As you are facing off on the dais at the end of the church hall, out of, like, the little green room area, comes the host of Upstaged! Who is, I guess, probably some sort of theatre-adjacent personality. She's probably been, like, the star casting in a West End thing. Her name is Jules Enright, a short woman with auburn hair in, like, a blowout. She's clearly had it done for the cameras, wearing a mini dress and a cardi over it. Kind of, they're going for a, like, glammed up for TV, but also like trying to be sort of parochial artsy a little bit.
Hence the cardigan.
With the styling, yes, hence the cardigan. Her voice booms out around the church hall through her mic. Welcome everybody, welcome to the qualifying round of Upstaged. I am your host, Jules, and you're all in it at this stage. Congratulations, you've cleared the first round already just by turning up.
You can fill in a form, well done.
So, are you all excited to find out the theme for your first performance?
Yes!
Yeah!
We do everything the producers told us to do, clapping and raising our arms.
Yeah.
You looked a lot like Kermit then.
Yeah, there's a producer with an applaud cheer sign. She pulls out like a golden envelope. She says, the theme is in here. The theme is mobile and one-on-one. We want a performance from you that is mobile, and that could mean using your mobile, or it could mean it moves around. And also, it needs to be one-on-one. A performance for one audience member only. Let's see how you all do. You've got a week to put something together, and you're all being assigned a production assistant. If you need anything, lighting plots submitted, anything like that, just tell your production assistant and they'll arrange it for you.
Just don't ask him to make you a drink.
Is it? Be fine, everyone. It'll be someone else.
It might be.
Could be.
Could be.
Now that Jules has said her piece, like, the cameras go off and she, like, visibly sort of puts away her, like, on-screen face.
It's away that hair.
It was actually a hat.
She just puts a bobble hat on.
Keep it safe from thieves.
Puts a bobble hat on and pulls out a vape from inside her cardigan.
Oh, God.
And the producers start milling about, like, with clipboards, and one approaches you with a young, sort of early 20s chap in tow, wearing a denim jacket.
Yeah.
It's got patches on it. One says the Barden Bellas. One says Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. He's got an undercut on one side, and the rest of his head's very messy over it. And the production assistant says, Blackshaw, is it?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's us.
This is your production assistant, Errol. He's going to be shadowing you for the remainder of the week. If you need anything, just tell Errol and it'll all be arranged.
Will it?
Hi, Errol.
Oh, hi, Aaron. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the company, Errol.
Hello. Oh, thanks. It's nice to be welcomed in. Yeah. Most of the time, you won't even know I'm here. Just like, do your thing and I'll just observe. But yeah, if you need anything, I'm your man. Yeah.
What kind of stuff can you help us with?
Well, like, I can submit stuff to the producers, so if you need, like, lighting done or something, if you've got
Great.
special requests for props and stuff.
Won't need that.
Anything, really. I can't promise I'll be able to do everything, because it's
Right.
got to be, like, a level playing field, they say.
Okay.
But there's nothing too big that you could ask for. The worst thing that can happen is I'll say no.
Very well read off that.
Thank you.
card.
Catchy.
The producer with the clipboard has already moved away. You have your theme, you have your production assistant. Is there anything else that you'd like to say or any other way you'd like to interact with Mind Blown Theatre?
Oh, Jesus.
Like a tight smile and nod as we leave.
Yeah. They give you like an expansive wave. Like Bertie definitely still thinks you're the best of mates. And you can see that like they're already, they've all got their iPads out. They're like latest generation iPads, and they're like planning things out on them already.
Can I just like really passive aggressively knock one of their jackets off their chair? Like, oh, whoops, sorry.
You can. Why don't you roll for it?
It's such a minor thing. So petty.
But we haven't rolled any dice
Okay,
yet, so
right.
roll 2 dice.
2, all right.
I feel like this is not in line with your joy motivation.
It might give her a lot of joy.
Yeah, I think it is. I think
Okay.
it's my joy. Might be really nasty, bitter joy.
All right,
Not
okay.
unspecified.
Okay, all right, roll and add 1.
8.
8, so it's a mixed success. So you get what
Okay,
you want.
yeah.
You passive aggressively knock the jacket off the chair.
Okay.
But there's a catch, which is they notice, and I think actually the producers notice.
No, I'm sorry.
One of the roving cameras comes round and is like, there's a producer standing behind going, oh, and it looks like we've got the beginnings of a rivalry brewing
Flick
here.
a chair off a jacket off a seat.
It looks like there's the beginnings of a rivalry. She consults her clipboard. Ellen, tell us, what do you have against Mind-Blown Theatre?
Nothing, just the jacket was really big and it was puffy and I just caught it as I went past the chair. It was completely an accident.
And Bertie puts his arm around you, like muscles his way into the frame that they're filming, and is like, look, Bertie, Mind-Blown Theatre, look, there's no rivalry here. This is just friendly, like, camaraderie. It's just, you obviously don't know the theatre scene in this area. This is just what we're like. It's banter.
I knew he was going to say that.
And I have like, my grin is like frozen. I'm staring down the camera lens like, yeah. Ooh.
Well, it certainly looks like these two companies are going to be a pair to watch. Keep an eye on this.
Whose jacket is it?
I don't know. Whose jacket is it?
Is it Bertie's jacket?
I don't think so.
I don't think he ever takes his off.
No, I'd like to pick it up and see if, just like to go to hand it back and see if I can hear any kind of like jangling of any keys, maybe to rehearsal spaces in the pocket.
Roll.
Amazing.
I'm guessing why you're doing this. So have a +1. This is motivated by victory.
That's an 11. So I think I'm going to hand it back to the member of Mind-Blown whose it was. And as I give it, I'm just going to grab a little pair of keys with a very kind of like branded key ring on it, which says Mind on one side and then Blown on the other side. As I give it, I'm just going to slip those keys into my pocket.
Wow. I felt bad for knocking a coat off a chair.
That's worked out very
You
nicely.
are very sneaky.
Shall we end the scene there? Mm-hmm. And scene. What should the next scene be? We can do a few scenes of you like preparing your performance, getting anything ready that you need to, to do.
We
it.
need to come up with the idea.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be.
So like a coming up with the idea scene. Where are you when you all put your heads together to come up with the idea?
Probably my lounge.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Right.
So, idea sprung to mind.
Oh, thank God, because one-to-one is not a normal thing.
That's dry.
But it solves the one-to-one, the mobile, maybe not so. But
Okay.
if we did, there's 4 of us, and there is 4 judges.
Yep.
And if we could do a one-to-one piece, so each of them gets a one-to-one experience,
Yeah.
we could try and do the same thing 4 different ways, tailored to whatever the judges might like.
That's great.
So they all get a personalised theatrical experience,
That
and
sounds good.
somehow we
So
make it
we've-
mobile.
We've done some judge research then. We know what they like.
I guess we can do.
Can we do that?
We can have a
ask
judge
Errol?
research montage.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm wearing big
Lots of
glasses.
tapping.
I've got big glasses. You're tapping.
Yeah, just on the table. Really nervous.
I know I said pretend I'm not here, but if you want to know stuff about the judges, I can tell you.
Are you allowed?
Brilliant.
Well, I can tell you what everyone knows.
Okay.
Tell us what everyone knows, Errol.
What does everyone know?
You'll probably know all the names because they're all quite famous in theatre, I hear. But the judges are going to be Mimsy O'Hare, Fabian Fitzgerald,
Oh no.
Effie Stone, and Suze Temple.
Okay, she's nice.
What do you know about all of them?
Oh, Fabian's an arsehole, isn't he?
He's a old acting.
Yeah, he's
Family.
like theatre patriarchy.
There's a lot of cravats.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's going to be a theatre named after another old white man, it will probably be him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got his eyes on the Gilbert, I hear.
I hear Mimsy's quite wafty.
Yeah.
I've heard that too.
That's kind of mostly what I mean, yeah. Artsy.
Lots of long flowing silk scarves.
Yeah.
I saw a piece about her in the stage, and the photos are all very wafty.
Yeah. Like there's always a breeze. Effie Stone.
Effie Stone, yeah. So, I'd heard that when this competition or the version of it started, like back in the 70s, that she was the first winner. Like, I think she was like a one-woman show.
What sort of stuff does she do?
She did a one-woman version of Women of Troy.
Wow.
Ooh.
So,
quite like
she
to
knows
see
her stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the Greek tragedies.
I actually had a bit of trouble in the 80s, though, with David Copperfield that got a bit covered up. I don't know. I think that she
had some massive, like she spoke out against what he does.
Yeah.
It was, I think it got like quite nasty.
And then there was that campaign with David Blaine on his posters. He put like joke reviews on, and it was all stuff she'd said about it.
Yeah. There's something going on there. No. Yeah. So no magic tricks, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean that's not our forte anyway.
Oh, isn't it?
She cries and
God.
I mean, Suze seems pretty down to earth, though, right?
Yeah, she's very trendy.
She might be down with our kind of grassroots, trying to save the kids kind of intentions.
Yeah,
So-
and I think I would guess she doesn't like anything too overly complicated.
So I had an idea kind of based off your idea, Strat. There's always the kind of dinner table question, who would you have at your dinner party, living or dead throughout history? Why don't we try and find out who each of those judges might be interested in and do like a one-on-one tea party?
Nice.
So they get to meet a person they'd be interested in.
Yeah.
What about the mobile bit, though?
It could go anywhere.
We could do it on a train. Gin from a can on a train.
Yes, the mobile bit is...
Does it have to be, the performance has to be at this church hall?
Let's ask Errol.
Up to you.
Okay.
Okay. It could be a phone conversation.
I was wondering about that.
Like a mobile phone chat.
But
Not very theatrical.
No.
Is anyone like technical? Could we do some kind of theatre performance mixed with phone app experience? Does that become a game rather than a theatre piece?
what about if we just try and do something that's promenade? Because
Yeah.
we worked in site-specific promenade a lot.
The audience is mobile.
And yeah, so it could be like a walk around in
Walk
some
and
way.
chat.
Errol, is there any other information about the judges that we don't know that you do from what we've said?
No, that's pretty much what I know. That's what's in my. It goes through his like briefing pack.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what they've said.
Thanks, Errol.
You're welcome. Pretend I'm not here.
Very easy.
It's very weird having Errol in my house.
Are we going for the one like the different experience for each of them, or is making mobile as well does that make things too tricky? Have we kind of painted ourselves into a trapdoor?
Well, if we go with the
Beyonce goes.
promenade, the promenade idea of the audience is mobile,
Yeah.
so they get to move around and choose their experience a la promenade, then it could be just some individual rooms. So you kind of have to pick your room, and then it's a one-on-one experience within each room, and then that kind of covers the base of it's mobile and it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
So there's one of us in each room.
Yeah, what if they don't pick to see the right person?
It's all right. We can learn all 4 bits, and depending who comes in, we just do whatever.
I see.
Ah, nice.
It's not sneaky. It's planning for winning.
That's right.
What preparation needs to be done to make this happen? I guess you need to find a venue. You need to decide what the performances are going to be.
Yeah.
And you need to decide what you're going to do with this key.
We also need to have a montage of us like typing things up and then highlighting stuff.
Yeah.
Making notes.
So we need to decide what encounter each judge would like the best.
Yeah.
And also, like, as a theatre company, do we have a thing that we do best that's going to make us stand out from the competition? A style or, I don't know, something? Are we a dance group or?
I think we're going to have to do different things for different rounds.
Okay.
But also it's theatre, it's not
Yeah.
art that
True.
we're being asked to do. So we can't be pure dance or
No.
like pure
Okay.
singing or something.
Okay.
It's got to be
Cool.
a play with something.
We could do
With
physical
multi-dimensions.
theatre, so
Yeah.
it could be
Okay.
could be a movement piece as opposed to a dance piece. Just got to tread that line carefully.
Yeah.
Especially for Mimsy. I feel she would appreciate
Oh, yeah.
that, but maybe not.
No, I think that's definitely a Mimsy special.
Any really specific details about what the performance is going to be, we can make it abstract, and we can say you come up with a performance that is tailored to that judge, and like when it comes to the performance, you will roll to see how well you did.
Okay.
Rather than spend loads of time thinking about like
What those
what
would
is the
be.
Yeah.
exact
Yeah.
narrative
Yeah,
for each
yeah.
judge.
Okay.
So I'm the things I'm interested in are like what prep do you need to do that has the potential to go wrong.
We need to get a venue.
Okay, how do you go about that?
Can we do it in the Ariadne?
We could find different bits in the theatre that would suit the different things we're
Yeah.
going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they could almost like send them on a little treasure hunt around the island to find the theatre.
Yes.
And it gives us an opportunity to like show what we're aiming for, what we're trying to save.
Yeah.
Judges and
Yeah.
the TV audience at home, so
Yeah.
they get us.
Yeah.
They get what we want.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
Yeah.
This is the round we're guaranteed to be in, so we may as well
yeah.
Yeah.
start telling our story. They love a
Nice.
story.
They do.
Can we get like some of the local kids involved? Or is that against the rules, do we think?
You know what? I think that's what we need to do in the final when we get there.
Yes.
Okay.
That's proper. Everybody wants to vote for the. People can't not vote for the children. We're
Right.
children.
So why don't we have things like we can have the production photos from the kids' performances up,
Yeah.
so that they can be seen without actually having the children there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they get to choose their route around the theatre.
Yes, I think so. Let's have some set up on the stage from one of the recent shows as well, so we
Yeah.
can see how it's being used and stuff. We can just set this up so as they're walking around, they're thinking, what a wonderful resource this is for the youth.
Yes.
Sad it would be if it was bulldozed.
Yeah. And maybe we make all the pieces about, not totally on the nose, but somewhat about loss of art. And not like, imagine if you didn't have what you had. Maybe the one-on-one performances can be an imagination of what they would have become had they not been able to pursue their art.
Oh my.
Let's go full emotional manipulation and win these people over.
That's no
Okay.
That is
subtext.
Stunning.
All up front, no
Effie is
subtext.
going to be
Yeah.
weeping.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So we can assume, I think, that we've secured the Ariadne.
Yeah, I think you can assume that you have the Ariadne. If there's any setup that you need to do in there, like do you need to mark the floor to show paths that they can take? You talked about like putting an old set up and that kind of thing. Who is doing that and how much effort do you think it takes?
Well, the old set's probably just in the storeroom.
Yeah, I think that's just getting out and putting it up.
We want to stop people wandering backstage where they shouldn't wander backstage, health and safety, and also like getting lost and security generally.
Can we maybe use like lights to light the way they should go? And that way we can kind of more control where they go.
Maybe
as
if we
well.
allow them to come in one at a time following the same route, and then we have the lights just flip to take so
Like
they're
a
different
train.
Yeah,
as they come through. So they end up exactly where they need to be.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay, that sounds tricky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's going to take charge of that?
Well, we probably need to ask Errol to source some kit for us.
Okay, you're going to upgrade the existing Ariadne kit.
Well, I think
that.
we'll probably need like some LEDs rather than like the stage lights we've got won't be right.
Yeah.
This is more like
Fancy.
Floor lighting.
floor lighting, kind of like escape lights on a plane, kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
follow that along.
Okay, Errol makes a call, and what comes back from the producers is that they love this idea and they want to film you going out and sourcing these things from like a local producer. So from like a local LED manufacturing business.
We're going to the factory.
Yeah. So that they can do a like they used to do on Bake Off, where they like learn a bit of craft.
The origin story.
They want footage of you like discussing your needs with the LED designer manufacturer people.
Okay.
Do you all go along to this?
No.
I don't think we all need to.
Who goes along?
Probably Ellen and Strat.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ellen and Strat, you find yourself in I guess this is probably it's like the design part of a local lighting business.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Errol is there, and you have a camera crew with you, and they've set up this talk with what's the owner of the business that you're talking to going to be like?
I think older and a gentleman who knows his business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But who's really proud of it.
Oh, yeah.
I know people that are really excited about things that other people may not get excited about. He is proper excited about lights.
Yeah, and his name is Albert.
Love it.
Albert is not very comfortable on camera, but gives you the lead-in he's been asked to give you, which is, tell me about what it is that you need from my business.
So we're a theatre company, local theatre company, and we're taking part in this national competition called Upstaged. And we're doing a special performance for the first round, and we need some lights for what we're planning.
Tell me about what these lights need to do.
Well, Albert, the lights really are the pivotal part of this piece. I mean, the actors are obviously taking the parts, but the fifth role in this piece really is the lighting.
I find that in theatre the lighting is often very underappreciated.
Albert, I could not agree with you more.
So true.
Absolutely. So these lights, the reason they play such a pivotal role is they are going to take our audience where they need to go. And if the lights fail, Albert, then the show fails because they will be where they're not meant to be.
Okay.
Can you do this for us, Albert? It is your time to shine.
We're relying on you.
Who'd like to roll for this?
I think this is Joy.
Oh, it is Joy. It is Joy. It's victory.
Yeah, I think it should be yours.
Okay, Ellen, give us a roll with +1 for being on your motivation.
Oh, 5. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh no!
My joy has just hit nothing.
Albert's like, your idea's shit.
Ellen, gain a life lesson.
Okay, so I've just been far too overenthusiastic and I have fallen on my bum.
Albert looks devastated and he's like, folks, this sounds like such an amazing idea. It really does, and I'd love to see it, but there's just no way that we can produce what it is that you're talking about in the time available. It's too much.
You've been listening to Merely Role Players with Ellie, Nat, Ellen and Strat as themselves, sort of, playing a game designed and run by Matt using the Powered by the Apocalypse engine. If you enjoy the programme, let us know with a review or rating on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Listen Notes, or wherever you do your listening. You can also find us on Twitter at Merely Roleplay and at facebook.com/merelyroleplayers. Merely Roleplayers is an independent production in association with Blackshaw Theatre Company. Join us for more drama next episode.